They looked there a little bit earlier above the Denver skyline as we get ready for a Week 9 matchup between two division rivals. A West Division matchup between the Arizona Scorpions and the Denver Nightwings. We're outside and now we're inside Richard L. Snowden Stadium, where it is a sweltering 90 degrees at game time on the field. Luckily, we're AC'd up here in the booth. Chris Curtis, Brett Solberg on hand for this matchup. Brett, good matchup on tap. Arizona's high-powered offense, third ranked in the league, goes up against a Denver Nightwings defense that needs to step up to be able to compete in this game.
And this will be statement games for both squads. Arizona looking to get into that upper echelon of elite teams throughout the league and joining themselves with the Londons and the DCs and the Baltimores, whereas Denver, they need to step up in a game against a tough team. They've had a pretty easy goings through the first 7 games. They are right near the bottom in terms of strength of schedule. If we want to go through that route, then now this is their moment. If they want to make a statement and get themselves in the playoff picture, it'll be a win against a tough, high-powered, high-octane Scorpion squad. Nonetheless, we're in for an exciting matchup here, Curtis.
Agreed. Arizona seems to have brought the heat with them, as the football uniform is going to be a little extra heavy with sweat today during this matchup. But Denver has themselves set up for a potential upset. One would think they're in front of their home crowd. They have everything working with them at the home field advantage, and they have a shot if they can, I'd say, arguably punch above their weight class against Arizona here. They have a shot to do that. Arizona's going to receive the ball as we start things out, as game time is upon us in week number 9. It's been a blazing start already to a very good Friday evening. A good Friday evening to you. Thanks for spending it with us here in Denver. We are good to go to the 10, to the 15, 20, and Owens will bring it out to about the 25-yard line. And out comes Ashley Jackson. Brett, she leads the league in completion percentage with just over 77%. And this team likes to find ways to win in games where one would say they shouldn't.
Yeah, and you look at Ashley Jackson's stats throughout this season. She has been having a quietly dominating season. 2nd in completions, 3rd in yards, 3rd in touchdowns, and 3rd in QBR at almost 100 even.
Power eye look on first down. And we're going to look at DJ Moses on first down. He'll drag a defender with him 5 yards. 2nd and 5 coming up. You see where we have DJ Moses. He'll be flanked with Taranio Rivera, the fullback, and then the wide receiver tandem of Ryan Owens, who you've seen already, Jay Hayden, Connor Weston, and TJ Punk, your top 2, and then tight end Will Todd in the passing offense for Arizona. 3 to the right, 1 to the left, and the single back for Ashley Jackson. 4-3 look from Denver. Play action, looks, throws over the middle. That one is caught just north of the 50-yard line to the 48. And a good pass over to Ryan Owens. 2nd time he's touched the ball, 1st in the receiving role.
Yeah, and that's one of the reasons why Arizona has just been so high-powered in terms of just offenses, with Eddie Gage just having, he's known for being a defensive coach, but offensively, he has stepped up more than any season he has with this Scorpion squad.
Gun straight look, immediately ready to go. This is going to be a throw for Jackson. Thrown in, dropped. That one should have been a catch. Linebackers in the area, but it should not have been a factor as Ramiro Morales was in the way, it seems, of Ryan Owens making that catch.
And they're going Owens' direction again here, trying to get him involved early and often. Usually Connor Weston is the guy that gets you that big yardages, and Ryan Owens is going to be your high reception person out of this Arizona set. Now they're going to go empty set here on 2nd down.
Yeah, empty set again, 2nd time in a row for Arizona. Jackson ready to throw. Has it, looks, throws right, and that is a check down and a couple of yards, making it a 3rd and 8. The rest of Denver's defense looks like this. Marlon Marshall, Hugo Reynosa, your defensive ends. Gene Benazzi and Igor Barbatov, defensive tackles. Linebacker Ramiro Morales, who we've heard from. Rob Foraker and Stefan Forge, your linebackers. That is cornerback Ron Hoff, Nick Kindler, and Tyson Thorne, your corners. And free safety TJ Frosty, Lucas DeVore, and then strong safety Josh Neal on defense. Another empty set look. Throw over the middle. That one's tipped and incomplete. So it is Denver doing their job and getting off the field. That is going to be key, as Ron Hoff was in the area with the pass deflect.
Yeah, and it looked like a bad idea from the get-go with Ron Hoff essentially playing bump coverage on his receiver, and it looked like he was going to get beaten, but he had the wherewithal to stay strong. It was basically a bump matchup between those two, and he stayed with his receiver and managed to deflect that pass.
Great work from the Denver defense. Take a look at their offense here in a moment. After the punt is done, it is Bryce Battle back deep for the return. He'll let it bounce at the 10, down to the 5, to the 4, to the 3, and that is where they'll down it at the 2-yard line. Arizona gets great special teams play from their punter, and Denver starts off on the wrong foot with Eric Price out on the field.
Yeah, and if we're going to talk about Denver stepping up as a core, they need a step-up game from Eric Price. The 222 yards that he had last week against Jacksonville ain't going to cut it. He's going to need more than 275 for sure to get this Arizona team in shambles.
Heavy set split back look and a handoff immediately. He's able to get between the tackles, but not very far. Bailey O'Shaughnessy on that. He gets 3 yards, make it 2nd and 7. The rest of the offense looking pretty good. Bryce Battle, Riley Quintero, Logan Keel, and Michaela Foster are going to be your wide receivers. Jeremy Mosley, the tight end. Brian Murphy, the other tight end for this Denver roster. Bailey O'Shaughnessy, who we've seen, and then Ari Mills, 44, the fullback, will get some carries likely in this offense as well. A near broken tackle, but a shoelace play to bring him down. Defensive line does their job, creates a 3rd and medium.
Yeah, you want to talk about a great rushing defense like Arizona, sub 90 yards rushing against on this defense makes them top 10 in the league. So O'Shaughnessy and Mills are going to have a tough time against this defensive line.
3 to the right, 1 to the left in a single back formation. There'll be a chance for Price on the play action. Throws, got the catch, 1st down and more. North of the 10 towards the 15-yard line. They'll give him the 15. It's a new set of downs for Denver.
And we can't forget that Eric Price has been a deadly accurate quarterback as well throughout this season. For 2 weeks in this half season so far, he was tops in league in completion percentage. Now still in the top 5, he can make those passes when need be.
Chance on 1st down here to make something happen. Tight end to the left in the gun. Looking to throw right side. That was nearly tipped away, but it is a catch and another 1st down out towards the 30 to the 31-yard line. And that is Logan Keel's first catch of the game.
Yeah, and that was a big catch for Logan Keel. But like you said, there was that, that side guy, Parker Thomas, the dime corner coming in, almost getting the deflection on that pass. But knowing that there was a big separation between the one corner and the other, Price saw his guy on the sidelines, and that was just an easy throw for him.
Under center. Price again in the split back. Through the middle, and that is going to be a run forward again for O'Shaughnessy. They're going to give him 5, and that it will be a 2nd and 5. Or not, sorry, Ari Mills, his first carry of the game.
And he's actually had a couple carries. He had a couple goal line carries throughout this drive here, and they're really relying on him just to, get this set of downs kind of started and set the momentum. And 8 yards is a good start for momentum for sure.
Let's run the heavy out of this multiple times here. That's through the middle. A lot of room. And that is a great run into Arizona territory for R.E. Mills. He is absolutely carrying the load for the Nightwings on offense on this drive.
And we saw a lot of this last week for Denver against Jacksonville, where it looked like Mills was starting to get a little bit more carries here, almost splitting 50-50 between him and O'Shaughnessy, 17 and to Mills' 13. So he's getting some early looks here in this first quarter to get this momentum started for the Nightwings offense.
You get Arizona's defense here if they let us on this next play. That's a power eye look. Price, pump fake, and he's going to hit turf. That's a big hit to take at that point, 2nd and long. Coming up, Arizona's defense looks like this. Defensive ends, D.D. Saxon, Alex Constantine. Tackles, Hunter Norwood and David Tilley. Linebackers, Sean Moore, J.R. Lawless. It is the cornerbacks, Iverson Gamble, Parker Thomas, and Everett Garrison. Parker Thomas we've seen already. And then free safety, Maurice Lloyd. Eddie Gage, the Hall of Famer, is number 27 in the strong safety spot, as is his office. Back on to the field now in a 2nd and really long coming up here for Eric Price and company. They have the split backs with 2 to the right. A zone, or actually, no, they're going to try to run this one through the middle, and that is not going to go very far at all. Hunter Norwood made sure of that 3rd and long coming up.
Yeah, Norwood's kind of on all-time rankings hunt here. He got a sack already. He needs 2 more to pass Jeff Duffy for 3rd all-time. And if they count that as a tackle for loss, he's still 3 away from getting 2nd all-time in tackles for loss.
Price, play action, looks, throws, looking for the first down, he's got him. What a timing play. Gets Denver into field goal range and then some. Gorgeous play over the middle of the field, has Bryce Battle and the Nightwings in perfect position.
Yeah, and again, it seems like the play action has been working for Denver. It looks to be about the 2nd or 3rd time that play action has kind of misdirected Arizona secondary and kind of sagged them back a little bit too far, which has led to easy catches from what we saw Logan Keel earlier, and now Ari Mills, the fullback, getting involved.
Yeah, Mills over the middle. Thought it was Battle, but not quite. That's 44, not 14. That's a pass to the outside, and a 9-yard gain there has Denver in a decent spot. Riley Quintero's first catch.
And you know what's going to be successful on any offense? Spreading the wealth. And that is what Eric Price is doing here. 4 completions to 4 different targets. Battle, Quintero, Keel, and Mills all have 1 reception on 1 target. So far, perfection on this drive.
2 to the right. I formation look from Denver. Looking to hand it off. Does so. That's to the outside. And that'll get him to about the 11-yard line. They'll give him the 11. And there is a look from Bailey O'Shaughnessy, the halfback, number 30.
Yeah, and not the fastest running back out of the crew of running backs that we have in this league, but definitely one of the smarter running backs out there. Definitely has, I would say, Phoenix Jones vibe within him and gets these great runs out of nowhere sometimes.
A very, very good drive from Denver. Bunch left, throw to the outside, get it towards the corner, trying to find it. And O'Shaughnessy's short of that goal line, but gets the first and goal. Denver has 4 chances to punch it in.
And we talk about, again, smarts when it comes to O'Shaughnessy, and you can see a clear example of that. Swing pass and essentially 4 defenders. 5, you could see breathing down his neck, essentially sheds through one and manages to just angle through another to at least get the first down. And now Denver has 3 chances at the very least to get 1 yard to score 6.
We are looking at a 12-play drive as we start this one up. This is a very good drive from Denver. Looking at a strong eye look. That's through the right side, and O'Shaughnessy finds the end zone to the house. Pater, touchdown, Denver.
Yeah, those ended up being a one-on-one battle between O'Shaughnessy and David Tilley, who just blasted through the offensive line but couldn't get to O'Shaughnessy again. Talking about that smarts, as you can see, nobody getting to Tilley, but just getting past him is O'Shaughnessy, and that's all he needed to get to the end zone. Denver striking first, which is key for them. They need to strike first against this Scorpions team.
Yeah, no doubt. And Denver's defense needs all the help they can get given the stats. However, they are a definitely proud group, and they should be proud of the 3 and out there. At least the short drive they got from Arizona earlier. Their offense goes out and does their job, and that is a kick that is up and good on the extra point. 7-0 lead for Denver as they start things out exactly the way they drew it up, and we'll see if they can continue that as their defense comes back out.
It'll be big response time for Ashley Jackson as Arizona went on that 3 and out afterwards, and she definitely wants to respond after a great long drive from Denver.
Mason Remy with the ball on the tee, about to kick it back up in the air. Ryan Owens back deep for the return, and Owens will have it from about his own 6. Get it to the 15 to the 20. He's going to work it between into the right side and goes no further than that. If you're new to the SFL, the Simulation Football League combines traditional sports, esports, and a role-playing game into one. Team strategies are being executed in real time by our simulations as real-life players compete on the virtual gridiron. For more information about the SFL, visit our website at simulationfl.net. The SFL, we put the fan in fantasy. An immediate heavy set look in the far formation for Ashley Jackson. And first down is going to be a handoff to Moses. He's going to get himself 5 yards. It'll be 2nd and 5 coming up as Arizona tries to answer.
And a good momentum starter here for Arizona to get at least a couple yards to start things off. See if they can get DJ Moses involved a little bit more here. Just a second carry through as many drives for Arizona here. Now 2nd and 6 opens up the playbook for them.
Does. Absolutely does. 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Jackson to throw. Throws right side. Enough for the first? Not quite. Just short of that first down marker. Probably should have been, I would think, but Ryan Owens is just shy of that yellow line.
Yeah, tough to say from the spot of the ball from, seeing his back go out of bounds, but very, very close call. They're going to call it 3rd and inches here. But again, a wide open playbook when it comes to this situation. They can go from any formation.
High formation look, heavy set one more time. Hand off through the middle. Moses in trouble. Spin pass 1 and then 2. That'll work. Get him the first down past the 40 to the 42-yard line. They'll say the 41, and it'll be a 1st and 10 for Arizona.
Yeah, this is going to be a battle of 2 smart running backs in O'Shaughnessy and DJ Moses, and you saw the class of brains coming from Moses, seeing that there was a wide open lane, found the lane, and got a spin move through it to get more than just the inches needed.
1st and 10. Jackson on the play action throws, and that is a 5-yard completion. They're going to say, 5. It'll be 2nd and 5 coming up here, as Arizona does indeed make continue to make second down a little bit easier. Taranio Rivera, the fullback, on the catch.
And now Arizona getting their fullback involved here, and this could be a battle between R.E. Mills and Taranio Rivera at the end of the day. Who knows?
Doing the backfield. Jackson again. Looks, throws over the middle. That one's a catch. 1st down and more inside the 40 to the 37-yard line. Arizona works on the precipice of field goal range as they get themselves deeper into Denver territory. It's Connor Weston.
And yeah, there's that big, yards per catch guy in Connor Weston, leading the team at just a shade under 13 yards per reception. He gets you those yards, and he'll get you those touchdowns when needed too. He's got 4 in the season, so he's definitely one of their main talents on the wide end.
Arizona, I guess you could say it's a win for Denver, even if Arizona does come down and score. The fact that they're forcing Arizona to go and march down the field instead of these quick strikes, which they're pretty prone to do. Jackson over the middle, tipped and incomplete. That will hit the turf. There's another one that is right in the hands of a linebacker that could not bring in.
Yeah, and I think for Denver, it's just, to get Ashley Jackson a little bit rattled in terms of just incompletions. We know that she's been deadly accurate. You think of just her last game, above 90% in her completion percentage against Lone Star, very tough defense. So they're wanting that. They want to shackle her that way.
Ramiro Morales seems to be a magnet to the football right now. Jackson left side. That one is caught short of the first down, and it's a 3rd and 2 coming up. TJ Punk's first catch, and now we come to the Achilles heel of the Denver Nightwings defense. That's third downs against. Arizona is first in the league with 71% on 3rd down, and it looks like Denver gives up 63% on the other side, which is 2nd to last. See what they can do here. Denver needs a hero. Get themselves off the field if they can. Jackson looks, throws, deep right side. That one is caught, and it's a touchdown. You saw it coming. Connor Weston did for sure. It's to the house. Arizona has tied it up.
Yeah, and it just seemed like doom from the start from Denver. As you can see that the corners were playing relatively close on that right side, and Weston, all that he really needed to do here was just break open just enough. And it looked like Nick Kindler was just a bit behind on play recognition and saw way too late that Weston was just wide open. And Arizona responds back with a key 3rd down conversion that turns into a touchdown. How about that?
There were 4 human lengths between Connor Weston and his coverage man. And that is Arizona striking to get themselves back into this game. They do so with vigor on a real nice touchdown throw that caps off a pretty good drive as well, as that one ended up being 8 plays and 73 yards, capped off by the 29-yard TD strike.
Yeah, it was much quicker than the Denver drive as well, so it was a quick response from the Scorpions.
See where we end up. This will be a kick, and it is away from Allen. Allen will get it up into the air and gone. 2 yards deep in the end zone. Return from Bryce Battle. Battle through the middle, tries to spin past the 20 to the 23, and he will go nowhere past that. The SFL produces over 400 live events each year, but don't miss community content creators and their creations. Catch SFL Nights with AJ Stryker. Say it with your chest around the SFL and more, covering SFL Season 19 and beyond. To check out archived versions of community shows, visit simulationfl.net and click the logo of your favorite form of SFL entertainment on our homepage. Tight end flex here with the strong eye. That's going to be a run forward and not much happening on that as O'Shaughnessy's taken down the linebackers for Arizona, trying to step up on run defense.
Yeah, it was the main guy on the edge side, D.D. Sachs, essentially breaking the line right away on the side that O'Shaughnessy wanted to run. D.D. Sachs did a great job just busting through the line and getting to the first contact with O'Shaughnessy.
Three to the right in the single, back on the left hash as well. They have more room over there. Looks like some zone look from Arizona. Throw over the middle, caught, and that is going to be about a 7-yard completion. Gets it to third and medium. Bryce Battle brings that one in. And Denver's third down offense also needs to improve. This is a key moment to try that here.
Yeah, and you said it there, 48%, if I'm not mistaken, in terms of third down conversion. So they're going to need to improve on that.
Answer Price. Price moves up in the pocket, throws, a little sidearm throw, and he's got his man. First down and more. He's got it to about the 45-yard line, and out of bounds goes the target. That will work, and it'll get them a first down.
And that's what they need there. They need to convert those third downs. I'm mistaken on that. It was 59%. I was looking at previous seasons to see if they have been on the upswing or downswing. They've been slowly rising up and down. It's been fluctuating season per season. But right now, if they want to capitalize in this game, they need to convert on those third downs like they did here.
Three to the right. And that is actually going to get us to the end of the first frame. So a 7-all game. 7-7 Nightwings and Scorpions in Denver in a West Division rivalry matchup. And it is the SFL on YouTube, presented by APM Music. Chris Curtis, Brett Solberg in the broadcast booth with you from Richard L. Snowden Stadium. Again, it is a hot one down in the field. 90 degrees, getting a little cooler, but not much, as we are a mile high above sea level. This will be a handoff immediately to O'Shaughnessy to begin the second quarter. That's a real nice run to the left on the stretch. 1st and 10 coming for Denver.
Yeah, and you could see right when the play was transpiring, everyone had their key blockers, including the receivers. Great job on the receiving end to give that little extra space for O'Shaughnessy to get that extra breathing room to run down the field and get that key first down for Denver.
Offset eye once more. 4-3 look from Arizona. Another run. And O'Shaughnessy tries to spin and is met at the end of the spin with a clothesline to take him down. But he gets 6 more yards added on to the total. And it's been a good day so far.
Yeah, now with Ari Mills getting a heavy load in the first quarter in terms of touches, now it's O'Shaughnessy's turn to start cranking it up a little bit here and gets another good chunk of yardage, 6 yards out of that.
Power eye look again. Arizona backing up. See how far they can back up. Denver goes to the outside. It's Price getting O'Shaughnessy in the flat. Takes 2 tacklers with him, but he's eventually dragged down at the 25-yard line. Real nice work from O'Shaughnessy in the open field.
Yeah, and it looked like Arizona had that play essentially covered up, and you'll see that 53 had basically a beeline. Nick Butkus, the outside linebacker, coming in, and he had a beeline for O'Shaughnessy but couldn't wrap the tackle, so that turned into an easy first down for Denver.
Denver moving the ball. It's been a pretty efficient offense looking from the Nightwings so far. Offset eye, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Handoff, right side, and immediately taken down is O'Shaughnessy. Not ideal. That's 2nd and 13 coming. Eddie Gage coming up, the Hall of Famer, to make the stop on the safety blitz.
And how many times have we seen that in over his 17-season career? Just coming in with a couple of strong safety blitzes off the left side and getting to the running back. He's got some legs in him, that old man still.
Don't call him old to his face. You'll still have something to say. You probably see him in chat here in 3, 2, 1. That's O'Shaughnessy to the outside. Tries a double spin, gets past 1, but not the second one. And that is going to create a 3rd and long situation. So Arizona now on defense. They have a chance to get off the field and hold Denver to a field goal.
Yeah, and they allow 54% on third down attempts on defense. So it's been, up and down for them as well. If they're gonna stop them at this point, it's here.
Bryce, play action, looks, heaves, right side, end zone, tipped and nearly intercepted, nearly caught as well. That was a coin flip for sure. Either way, Bryce Battle can't bring it down, and it'll be a field goal attempt.
And basically, that was a carbon copy of what Arizona did in their last drive. A key third down situation inside the 30, go deep and try to aim for the end zone. But instead of Nick Kindler missing his assignment, Iverson Gamble stayed with his man and got that one-on-one deflection. That's big for them, forcing a field goal for Denver.
Yeah, this is a big one. Remy's out to try to give Denver a 3-point advantage from the right hash. Ball's at the 24 to 41-yard attempt. Kick is nearly blocked, but they did get it away. It is up, and it is through for the Night Wings. It's a 10-7 lead for Denver as they have a 3-point advantage against their West Division rivals.
Yeah, they'll take the points out of this one. There's still 3 points. Points are points for Denver. A team that, gets a lot of yardage, but doesn't get a lot of points. They still average sub 25 points per game throughout this season. And you have to remember, they only scored 3 2 weeks ago against Lone Star, and they're still trying to pick things up even after an impressive performance against Jacksonville the week prior.
Ryan Owens back deep for the return. 10-7 lead for Denver as Denver will kick the ball back to Ashley Jackson and company. Owens has it just inside his end zone. Brings it out to the 10, left of the 15 to the 20. He's going to try to fight through a pack of 4 Night Wings. It's not going to work. 1st and 10 from the 22-yard line. The SFL network is coming to the STV Plus app. 24/7 SFL programming will include content created by the community, the SFL's greatest games from the archives, exclusive network content, and live SFL regular season games. Download the ESTV Plus app on your Android or iPhone or on your TV through Roku, Amazon Fire, Vizio, and more. The SFL network where SFL creators come together. 1st and 10 for Arizona. It's DJ Moses trying to get through the pile, and he will get stopped after a 2-yard effort. It's 2nd and 8 coming up.
Yeah, and this Denver squad does pretty darn good with their defensive line matchups. 38 tackles for loss throughout their star players throughout the season so far, only allowing 2 on DJ Moses on what looked like a very well-covered defensive play.
Weak eye formation look from Arizona, 4-3 look from Denver. Jackson, 7-step drop, looks, throws short, has a chance for Moses in the open field, and he is lit up at only the line of scrimmage. That is not ideal and not what he wanted for sure, but that's exactly what he got. Perfectly defended to make a 3rd down play come up. It's Ron Hoff.
Yeah, and it's not an ideal play either, because if you're going to give that screen pass, where's the blockers? There were none there for him.
Quads look in the gun. Play action. Looks, throws, left side. That one's caught and tippy-toe his way through to keep the catches. TJ Punk at the 1st down. And no, they're going to, 1st down. They didn't give it to him. Good.
Yeah, and it looked like he was out of bounds on that one from our perspective, knocking down the referee as he changed direction. Bowl him over. We don't need refs in this game, especially if they've been up and down with their challenge calls throughout the entirety of the SFL, not saying anything otherwise than that. But, get those feet in, my dude, and you're going to get a 1st down again. Another conversion on 3rd down for Arizona, continuing to raise that number.
Correction for stats, that was Ryan Owens on the catch, not TJ Punk. Shotgun play, tight end to the right. Jackson throws in the flats. That is a double spin attempt from Moses, and he's going to go nowhere, setting up a 2nd and long again. Moses having a hard time in the flats as Denver's all the way to him before he's even past the line of scrimmage.
And the big issue with those flats and those swing passes is that there's minimal blocking for Moses to kind of work around. You've got 3 Denver defenders, and you've got maybe 1 blocker along with Moses. He ain't going to get many yards from that.
2 to the right, 1 to the left. Jackson, ready, pocket collapses, and she goes down. Gets taken down, a 3rd and long coming up. I think she may have only lost a yard, which was a pretty positive moment. But Denver's defense stepping up when they need it to be most.
And Hugo Reynosa gets the main brunt of Jackson's back. And we talk about, great coverage on the tackles for loss. Give that sack number 12 this season for the Denver defense.
Bar formation look. Tight end to the left for Jackson. Throws, top of your screen, that is caught, but incomplete, as I believe the footwork was not able to be kept on that. And Ryan Owens, this time, the footwork betrays him.
Yeah, and it looked like Connor Weston down the middle was just open enough for Jackson to maybe try to risk and throw it, but that was a tough one-on-one coverage. So she went with a little bit of a safer option with with Ryan Owens, but it didn't get the first down.
And nearly blocked on the punt as well. That was dangerous. And back the other way, Bryce Battle will take the fair catch. Denver has a chance to get some separation in this game, Brett, which I think would be huge for their confidence potentially going into the latter part of this first half and into the second.
Yeah, and what could, derail Arizona in terms of momentum is using the entire 5:46 left in this second quarter to drive down the field 75 yards and get a score out of this. If they can get a score, they'll be up 10 heading into halftime, and that'll be big for Denver's momentum.
Trips to the right, single back look for Denver. Nickel look from Arizona. That's going to be a throw to the right, caught. And not much happening there. Logan Keel will get a 6-yard completion out of it, and they set up second and medium.
Yeah, you gotta love SFL out routes. They're gonna be open 9 times out of 10. It feels like, and it doesn't matter who you get it to. If you get it to one of your main guys that has great agility and can cut direction out of nowhere, like Logan Keel does, he'll get you those yards. And 6 is a good start.
Heavy set split back look. Handoff for Ari Mills with some room to go. And gets a first down and more north of the 40 to the 41-yard line.
And that was spectacular blocking from the Denver offensive line. It just felt like a parting of the seas, as you'll see. Just great blocking. That key block from the right tackle coming in to give Mills an opportunity to run that off right side and get extra yards is big to get that extra yards for Denver.
Interesting spot of the football there. Looked like it was the 41. Instead, they bring it all the way back to the 39. And it's an offset eye in the heavy set. Price, handoff. O'Shaughnessy trying to break a tackle. Gets to the second level, but no further than that. They will give 4 yards and no more than that. Everett Garrison in the area for the tackle.
Yeah, and it seems like Denver is doing exactly as what I thought they would do, is just milk that clock as much as they can. And these 4, 5, 6-yard plays, they're going to work to milk that clock. They're already past a minute in this drive, and they've only gone down about 15 yards. This is good stuff. Excuse me.
That's to the outside. O'Shaughnessy in trouble. Spins past one. Jukes right into the tackle. Ends up getting a yard out of it somehow. 3rd and 5 coming up. But a real weird play from the beginning and a chance for Arizona now to get off the field.
Yeah, and now this is one opportunity. They're so far Denver 2 of 4 on their 3rd down conversion. If they can get this one here, continues the drive and it keeps milking the clock for as much as they can before halftime hits.
Yeah, this is Denver's type of game. The slower pace seems to favor them. This will be a throw to Price. Oh, it was nearly intercepted. Stepping in front of that ball. Remember the coverage team, that was very good work in anticipation. It's 4th down. Denver will punt it away.
Yeah, we talked about Denver's stone hands so far in this game, and we got to give a little bit of a bump to Arizona's linebacking core getting stone hands on that one. Seemed like an easy interception opportunity for Sean Moore.
Probably still would have been running at this point. This will be a punt that gets away, and Ryan Owens back deep for the return. No fair catch, so he'll grab it and return it. Out to the 35-yard line, to the 36. Nope, they'll give him the 35. That's as far as they'll go. And AJ back out on the field with a 3-point deficit. However, I mentioned Arizona at the top of the broadcast. They like to grab victory from the jaws of defeat. They were down 13-0 a couple weeks ago in Houston at the Headhunters home stadium, and they actually came back from 13 down, did not score a point in the first half, won the game 21-20. Recovering from an early Ashley Jackson, 4 interceptions in the first half. Handoff, Moses, spin, trying to get through, and he'll get 3. Make it a 2nd and 7. But that's what I'm talking about. This is a scrappy bunch of players on the Arizona roster.
Yeah, and it's scrappy for both teams here, and I feel like as this game continues, we're gonna see some barbs being thrown both verbally and physically from both these teams as they want to get a one win closer to getting to a good playoff position.
That'll be Jackson to the left, caught, and they will give him the yards. Not much to it, 4 yards gained, and it'll set up a chance for a 3rd and medium. Taranio Rivera's second catch. Setting up a 3rd and 6. Coming up here for the Scorpions. Rivera, man to watch. He could be the asset that gets him a first down on this 4-3 look from Denver. Jackson under center. Has the football. 5-step drop, looks, throws right side towards the sideline. That's caught. And towards the sideline it goes. And enough for the first down. It is for Connor Weston, his 3rd catch of the game. Nick Kindler on him, but not enough to keep him away.
And Weston seems to be that number 2 option for Jackson so far in this game. 3rd reception now, getting involved close to probably over 50 yards at this point. Definitely spreading the wealth in a different way, Jackson is, but it's working out for the Scorpions.
Go to the right, otherwise heavy set on the offensive line. Single right formation for Jackson. Handoff, Moses through the middle. Spin pass 1, spin pass 2, and another first down. Moses puts him in the spin cycle and sends the Nightwing circling away from him. 1st and 10.
Yeah, two big spin moves to get Moses open. We'll see on the replay here after the handoff. Gets a nice work from the block, spins through one, and then spins right past Ron Hoff and gets a nice chunk of yardage before Hugo Reynosa from the edge line has to get to him to stop him from essentially getting a touchdown.
Yeah, that would also say that might have been a touchdown saving tackle in that respect. In the gun. They like this heavy set look. It keeps them disguised as what they want to do. Jackson up top, throws, that's caught, and that's a good ball towards the sideline, and he is gone. Touchdown, Arizona. It's TJ Punk.
Yeah, and Punk just completely went past, it looked to be Josh Neal, the strong safety, coming in as almost as a nickel corner in the spot there, but Punk just finding himself wide open after, just beating his man right afterwards. And again, with that Ashley Jackson, accuracy, it's just tough to beat.
2-minute warning after that touchdown. It brings up the extra point. It's a 13, going to be 14, at least we think, to 10 ball game as Arizona tries to tack on this extra point. Chris Curtis, Brett Solberg at Richard L. Snowden Stadium on a hot, sweltery September 3rd of 2022. September 2nd, sorry. And this will be the extra point up in the air for Cliff Allen. Kick is on the way. It is up, and it is through. So a 14-10 affair as the Scorpions able to get the corner route to TJ Punk. And they seem to be adept at the quick strikes when they get down into that territory. They've done it twice on their 2 touchdowns, and both of them going to the right side.
Yeah, and Arizona loves enemy territory football, and you've seen it throughout the season. Anytime inside the 40, they can strike quickly right afterwards.
Kick is going to be up and gone in fairly short order, and it is. It'll be a chance for the return from Bryce Battle at the 3. Through the middle. No waiver, and there is a flag down. It's like in the area of a holding. See if that's indeed what it is. We're going to call it a clip. Okay. So a clipping call coming up here that the Scorpions will take, and they'll send the Nightwings about halfway back to the goal.
Yeah, and that's going to be even tougher situation for Denver. Just losing the lead here, and now they have to fight a little bit from a little bit further back to at least try to get a field goal to make this a 1-point game with about $1.50 left after this halftime. So Eric Price definitely has his work cut out for him here.
And you take a look at Arizona's output so far, they feel like they have to be winning the position battle all the way through. They're forcing Denver to have to march down the field to get their scores. That's left side tipped and nearly intercepted. There were 2 Scorpions in the area. One of them got a hand on it to knock it away, 2nd and 10.
Yeah, for a one-on-one battle with Jeremy Mosley, the tight end, that turns into essentially a 3-on-1, and you'll see the play transpire. Essentially 3 defensive players were in the vicinity, but it comes into the hands of Jared Lawless, the outside linebacker, who just got beat a little bit, but manages to get his outstretched arm out to deflect the football at least. So as long as you can stay aware of where that pass is going to go, have your hand up, and you'll get a chance to deflect that pass.
That'll do it. 14-10 Arizona. Thanks in no small part to defensive efforts like that power I formation for Denver. Defensive line shifts a little bit, 2 formations left. Looking to throw it. Price backs up, throws to the flats, gets a chance for O'Shaughnessy in the open field, and it is 10 yards and a first down for Bailey. Now they'll set up a 1st and 10 as they work it out of danger.
Yeah, and we talk about how there needs to be decent blocking on swing passes, and there wasn't too much that you saw out of it, but you did see the left tackle, Bismarck Bizquick, come in as an additional help for O'Shaughnessy, and it kind of helped out when he got to the sidelines.
3 to the left, 1 to the right, play action look for Price. Time, and a little bit of a short block and release play is going to get them a yard or 2, and not much more than that. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, and that Arizona defensive line is definitely probably one of the best in terms of recognizing what play is going to transpire on the opposing offense. And you can see that they saw that little slip screen forming, and they got to O'Shaughnessy right away after the catch.
Hands in the offset eye. Eye coverage look. This will be a run. O'Shaughnessy trying to break the tackle, and then gets taken down by the ankles not much happening there. 3rd and 7 coming up. They'll give him 2. But good work from Arizona's defense at the line of scrimmage. And now a 3rd down, and I would say still long, coming up here for Denver.
And a good job again from J.R. Lawless, who has been all over the field on this defensive stand.
Split backs, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. And that's a free play. Got to take advantage of this. That is incomplete, but it doesn't matter. This should give him a chance, or if not the first down already. Riley Quintero was the intended target, and that should give him a first down.
Yeah, it's looking like a neutral zone infraction that we saw there. Just a free jump, and if I'm not mistaken, it was a 3rd and 7, so it'll turn into a 3rd and 2.
You're right. Yep.
For Denver. So another 3rd down opportunity for Denver. They have to capitalize here moving forward. They are 2 of 6 now after I spoke about Denver's relative success on 3rd downs, but they have been 0 of 3 this quarter.
See if they can get past it on this play. Offset eye look. Left side. Trying to get there. That's O'Shaughnessy, first down. That's a real nice piece of work in the run game. And they're going to run the no huddle and try to save some time. Instead, they'll call a timeout.
Yeah, with 3 seconds left, they couldn't stay in that formation. So a great job at least getting that first down. A little bit risky to go with a run play with, less than 10 seconds left in the half and trying to, rely on O'Shaughnessy's speed. But now 3 seconds left, about 67 yards to the end zone. Probably too far of Eric Price's range to go Hail Gary here. But you can definitely try something out of nothing, or they can just run the clock out here.
Yeah, it looks like that might be the way to go. O'Shaughnessy's the deep back here. And a handoff through the middle, and nothing much happening there. Beyond that, they call the timeout with 1 second left. So we'll get one more play out of this half.
Yeah, now makes it 64 yards. But again, I still think it's outside Price's range. So they'll probably have to just run this last second out. If anything, they could try for a deep pass. If I'm not mistaken, Quintero, not Quintero, sorry. I'm thinking about 84, Jeremy Mosley. We saw him earlier on that tight end post route going to the sideline. He was open there. They could try that again and possibly make that work.
They could. They'll go trips left. Looks like Arizona not letting them get too far off the line. A bevy of man coverage happening here. Price will put it over the middle. That's a first down, and more in that is going to end the first half of play. It's a good game so far, 14-10 Arizona. As we end the first half of action, Logan Keel brings that one in. But looking at these two teams, Arizona did not lead for a majority of this first half. They had to come back to do it. Arizona and Denver have both played a pretty solid game, both sides.
Yeah, and both teams really strapped down defensively as well in the second quarter. Both teams couldn't get over 100 yards of offense, which is usually in quarters you want to see out of your teams. Only 92 for Arizona and 87 for Denver, but that could have been the catalyst for Arizona's success here in the second quarter. Like you said, haven't had the lead for most of the game until they got that big TJ Punk touchdown, in the latter stages of the second quarter. But both teams playing a crisp, efficient game, both kind of playing to their strengths. Denver playing, that long, methodical, slow offense, and it's worked out relatively well for them. Whereas Arizona, you get in enemy territory inside their 40, they have been deadly. And we've talked about, the TJ Punk touchdown and the Connor Weston touchdown, both long ones, close to 30-plus yards for both. So both teams playing really well, and now it's decision time as to who's going to break forward in the second half.
Yeah, basically, who wants it more is essentially the game to play right now. Arizona comes in at 5-2. They lead the West Division, and Denver comes in 3-4 and can really make a step up in their playoff standings hopes if they get a win over their division rival in this one. Arizona right now in a playoff spot, being a division leader, but that very well could go south if things don't go their way. That being said, they've been pretty good about making things go their way thus far. We're ready to go with the third quarter on tap. Denver will receive the ball to start this half, and they have a chance to come back and take the lead themselves, as it'll be Cliff Allen with the ball on the tee, his hand in the air. And here we go one more time. Back deep is Bryce Battle, and we are underway again for the third quarter. From his own 2, brings it out to the 10, right at the 20 to the 23. He's going to get taken down there, and no go past that. The SFL Weekly Fantasy Contest is officially up and running. I think you can draft the best team every week while staying under the salary cap, or maybe you just want to enhance your SFL experience. Free to play, no season-long commitment, and a new contest opens every week on Tuesday night. Join now and show off your fantasy skills to the rest of the league. Contact Jack Wall, Stephen Hacker, or Hunter Norwood to join today. Trips left again for Denver as we start things out. 1st and 10 for the Night Wings. Left side, caught, and a big tackle to make an 8, or put an exclamation point on an 8-yard gain. Sets up a 2nd and 2.
Yeah, and it looks to be the first involvement of McCalla Foster here. It's definitely starting off with a bang. 8 yards to kind of set the momentum here for Denver's drive. Sets up a 2nd and 2. Definitely makes it, an opportunity for either Mills or O'Shaughnessy to get that first down quickly here.
Denver could use a quick strike of their own. Everything they've had has been just marching down the field. That's going to be a 3rd and inches on the run. R.E. Mills brings it, but he could not get it forward enough, as that will knock him to the turf.
Yeah, I would have called that a first down. It looked like Mills just completely broke the boundary of the first down marker, but they're going to knock him short. Look how close that line of scrimmage is to the first down line.
Through the middle, that's going to be a first down anyway. O'Shaughnessy 2 spins, gets the first, and then some out to the 40-yard line. They'll say the 39. So at least they have the first down out of it, and Denver continues to move the chains.
Yeah, and that would have been just a morale crusher if they couldn't get that basically 3rd and an inch. There wasn't any other situation than that. It could have been any more than an inch from the first down marker, but they get it. Now it's a new set of downs, and now they're trotting down the field.
3 off to the right, 1 to the left. Price has the football. Play action. Looks, moves up in the pocket, throws on the block and release. This will be a broken tackle, and then a tackle finally after a 7-yard completion. O'Shaughnessy, that was play meant for him, and he will find the turf after that.
Yeah, and this time it was just more so Eric Price just being a little bit more patient and watching the blocks transpire so that O'Shaughnessy could get a little bit more open, and that's what caused essentially last time just a yard turn into this 8 yards.
Strong eye look. Actually, weak eye look from this side. This will be Price to the outside. Has O'Shaughnessy. Broken tackle again. Tries to break a second one, but does get the first down, which is, that's exactly what they wanted. Get it to the midfield stripe. First down and 10 as they have a short field to work against.
Yeah, they're playing basically to their hands here. They're just slowly moving down the field. They're eating a bunch of clock at this point. They're already at about 2.5 minutes in this first half with the football, and they definitely are trying to make Arizona's defense tired.
Offset eye again. O'Shaughnessy taken down. That's not going to work. That's going to be a 3-yard loss. 2nd and 13 as Arizona's defense makes a stand trying to take out the running game of Denver. It's Eddie Gage.
And again, it's that safety pursuit that kind of stifles the lines into terms of who are they going to try to block here, as Eddie Gage basically right at the line. And once he had nobody touching him, it was just doom from the start for O'Shaughnessy.
2nd and long. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Price is in the gun. Looking to throw it over the middle. That one's caught. Good spin as well. First down and more. Inside the 40 to the 35 to the 33-yard line. It's Bryce Battle with a real good play. 1st and 10 for the Night Wings.
And more of these games that I see, the more and more often that these slant routes are becoming just bigger and bigger plays. Sometimes, when I started out as an analyst in this league, a slant could maybe get you 3 yards. This season, it could get you 15, 20, 25 yards. Those routes are becoming a big factor of getting first downs in any league now.
It's certainly good. This is going to be a split back heavy set. They like to run it with Mills out of this formation. More of that here, and he will get himself 2, maybe. 2nd and 8 coming up for the Night Wings as another one by Butkus gets to the stop.
Yeah, and they're really using that 4-3 defense and the 4-4 defenses the Arizona Scorpions are to really try to eliminate any run game, and it's worked okay so far with both Mills and O'Shaughnessy at sub 50.
That's going to be Mills again. Another run forward, gets a few more, makes it 3rd and 3. So 3rd and short coming up here, and they are well within the field goal range of Remy.
Yeah, and this is basically safe territories for Denver. They can at least get some points out of this. But knowing they were 1 for 4 on third down conversions in the second quarter, they definitely want to try to get things back to at least 50% in terms of efficiencies on third down.
Offside eye again. Handoff O'Shaughnessy has the angle, trying to fight forward, first down and more. Not to about the 17 to the 16-yard line. First and 10, they're in the red zone.
Yeah, and we talk about the smartness of Bailey O'Shaughnessy throughout the first quarter, finding the open holes and just trying to find where he can run. And this is a perfect example of that. Seeing the blockers, the wide receiver blockers, giving him plenty of space on that left side, just finds the split open and gets that first down.
Flipbacks on first down from the 17. Chance for the Nightwings to put it closer. Mills again. Forward again. A couple of yards makes it a second down and 8. Out to the 15. Moore comes up to make the stop. And they're working their way forward, but another march down the field for Denver.
Yeah, look at the clock keep ticking down further and further. We're getting sub 6 minutes left in this third quarter already. Denver eating up a ton of time out of this. This is the ideal drive for the Nightwings.
This is the way their pace needs to be. Not a lot of quick strikes. So Shaughnessy through the middle, tries to get the first down and just short of it. Make it 3rd and 1. Big third down here, as they would love to get the lead back on this drive, but they need another yard to give them 4 chances.
Yeah, and this is where Nightwings fans kind of wish that O'Shaughnessy had, that final burst of speed past that second level, because if he could have done that, he probably would have beaten Eddie Gage on that tackle and would have gotten a touchdown out of that.
Offset eye once more. Tight end to the left. On this in the strong eye. This will be a chance. O'Shaughnessy's taken down. Decision time here for Denver, but I don't think it's going to be a decision. It'll be a kick for Remy, but a big third down stop for the defense in Arizona.
Very big third down stop for Arizona, and it was Sean Moore making the tackle for loss to push O'Shaughnessy back, basically halting this long Denver drive and forcing him to 3 points. And the big key here is that even if the field goal is made here, Arizona still will have the lead.
From the left hash, it's at the 11-yard line, almost a 12-yard line, so a 29-yard attempt for the longest. Kick is up and on the way. After a good hold, it is up, and it is through from Remy. So puts it through. That's 29 yards and a 14-13 contest, as Mason Remy at least gets him 3 on a very good drive.
Yeah, and that's kind of the kick that you want there, especially with winds. It looks like it's going a little bit to the east of the goalpost for them. So Remy did a good job just adjusting his kick enough to get it through the hash marks.
14 plays and 66 yards.
Ooh.
That's a long drive to come up with only 3 points. But either way, just enough to get it done. From the 5-yard line, chance for Owens. Owens tries to juke out, but a great waist tackle to bring him down just shy of the 25-yard line. Very good special teams play from Denver.
And if Arizona wants to make Denver pay from just getting 3 points on a very long drive, respond with a long drive of your own. Make sure that you really eat as much clock as you can, especially in this third quarter, and then go for your quick fire options once you get into enemy territory. That seems to work for them.
3 to the right, 1 to the left for Jackson. She has it. Thrown over the middle. That one's caught in the middle of 3 Nightwings in coverage to the 45-yard line. What a grab. Sets up the Scorpions with a real good play to reverse field.
Yeah, with TJ Frosty and Tyson Thorne kind of in the vicinity, Thorne gets beat just a little bit there. And like you said, over top of essentially 3 defenders, with Josh Neal coming from the strong side to try to, alter any pass, but was way too late. And, Ashley Jackson can basically throw a needle through anything at this point. Just amazing throwing.
Throwing footballs into the ocean right now is what she's doing. Their targets look real big. That's going to be a throw to the right, 6-yard completion. They'll say 5, and it'll be Ryan Owens again. Owens been the main target so far for Ashley Jackson in this game. It's been a pretty much a clinic from Jackson to Owens for most of the contest, as Owens has 5 completions, and both Weston and Punk have 3 for Arizona. Handoff through the middle. That is a nice run for Moses. First down and more. as he gets down inside the 45 to the 41-yard line, and they're moving again.
Yeah, and now in enemy territory, pretty much close to Denver's 40-yard line at this point. And this is where the secondary for Denver needs to be ready here. They could go for those deep options. We've seen Weston and Punk just burn their defenders already in this first half. So maybe starting a little bit further back might help the secondary in terms of just covering their man.
Under center. Far formation look for Arizona. Looking to throw it. 7-step drop. Jackson moves up, throws left from the pocket. Ooh. That one is incomplete. Should have been picked off 10 times out of 10. It'll hit the turf. It's second down.
Yeah, and we've seen, the Denver corners being beaten a lot of the time, but Ron Hoff this time recognizing a deep out route. That was a 12, 13-yard out route from TJ Punk, and recognizing that the cut was going to happen. It just seemed like he had eyes in the back of his head when that happened, recognized the cut, and just stayed in front of the football. Just fantastic standard work for Ron Hoff.
Off again, making things difficult for AJ and company. Offset eye once more in the strong eye. Scorpions trying to find something here. Denver looks like they're going to try to send some extra help. Thrown right side. Looked like a hold on the defensive line that probably could have ended up being a sack. Instead, it's a short completion to Moses that doesn't go very far. And it's a 3rd and long coming up.
And with that defensive line in Denver just absolutely swarming the offensive line, there was no opportunity for DJ Moses to get any blocking, which caused a 2-yard loss and now sets up a 3rd and 12. But this is a dangerous position for Denver because Ashley Jackson could tuck it if she wanted to.
She can. She can also heave it, which is exactly what she's going to do. Over the middle, tipped and incomplete. Nothing doing. 4th down. Denver gets the stop they need as they get the ball back here at the tail end of this 3rd quarter.
And that's a big stop as well because it looked like Arizona was ready to strike and extend this lead. And then this set it down here. Fantastic work all around from every single Denver Nightwing defender to push them back a couple yards and force this punt.
Punt upcoming. Punter lined up at his own 41-yard line. Kick is up and gone. And here we go. Ball's going to bounce at the 8 to the 2 to the 1 on the goal line, and they don't stop it in time. And it'll head out to the 20. That is where Denver will get a chance to take the lead right back. Visit the SFL website at simulationfl.net for info about the league and its 28 teams. All the places you can watch live games, plus links to apparel from Sector 6 and SFL mini helmets from 97 Sports Promotions. See all the league records, team stats, player leaderboards, the rankings of the next class of SFL talent, and so much more. SimulationFL.net, your home for everything SFL. Offset I formation, one to the left. Hand off O'Shaughnessy. Tries to spin through, but a low tackle is going to bring him down at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 as the defensive line does their job.
Yeah, and Butkus was almost ready to get O'Shaughnessy again and possibly cause that to be another 3-yard loss. But O'Shaughnessy does a great job to at least get back to the line and make this a second down situation for Denver.
Offset again, 2 to the right. Price looking for O'Shaughnessy. Has a chance in the off tackle spot to break through here, but nothing happening. Couldn't quite get the wheels going as the offensive line couldn't block for him the way they needed to. 3rd down and long coming up. Arizona with a chance to really flip the momentum.
Yeah, it's been 2 extremely successful defensive plays from Arizona. You can see on this one here. Hunter Norwood absolutely wide open. Nobody guarded him and almost got to O'Shaughnessy behind the line again.
Here's a gun straight look. 3rd down. Price with the football. Looks, throws over the middle. That's a great looking grab. A high throw only where his receiver can get it. Logan Keel brings it down. 1st and 10 Nightwings as they move the chains.
And one of the storylines that we talked about a few weeks ago with Eric Price is how he's, developed as a quarterback, just becoming this great veteran quarterback just in his 3rd season, or if I'm not mistaken, and just continuing to grow. And that's one of the examples here, just finding a spot and getting a great throw and catch.
Watch the bump coverage here if they decide to go that way. And not quite. Over the middle anyway. Tipped. And a Plinko ball that ends up hitting the turf. Nothing doing. Coverage team in Arizona does that real well. 2nd down.
Yeah, and one thing Arizona does really, really well is stop those 15 to 20 plus yard air throws from quarterbacks. And it seemed like Price was, ready to give Quintero a chance to see if he can get himself, a 30-yard catch to basically flip the field. But Arizona had a bevy of safeties and corners all over the football, essentially.
And it's for Denver here. 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Looking, taken down. Huge hit on Eric Price is going to set up Arizona in a really good spot. 3rd and long. Alex Constantine says hello.
Yeah, and they've made Eric Price's day very, very tough throughout this game, applying pressure on the edge sides, which has forced the interior tackles to come in and get those opportunistic sacks that we've seen here. This time, Constantine, the edge rusher, comes in after Norwood almost gets to him, and again, pushes them back even further. 3rd and 15.
Denver needs another long one to get a first. Price, left side. That one's caught, first down and more. They keep getting these 3rd and longs. It's working beautifully. Quintero, the recipient here. 1st and 10, Denver.
And facing adversity on these big 3rd downs for Denver has proven to be so successful, and that is just, I honestly have to say, just poor coverage from Everett Garrison. And that's a guy that usually has one of the best cover games in the league. That's just unorthodox from him.
Put your 4s up, your 86s and your 12s. It is the end of the 3rd quarter. 14-13 Arizona, but Denver starting to march. Simulation Football League week number 9 in Denver, Colorado. At a sweltering, it was 90 degrees at game time. It's it's cooled down a little bit to roughly 88, 87, but not much as things continue to heat up on the field as well. You see the grass getting worn from players treading across it. This will be through the middle, and not much happening there as a 4-yard completion gets them to 2nd down. But a bevy of long plays in this drive have set up the Denver Nightwings fairly well as they continue to try to get closer and closer to taking the lead for the first time in a while.
Yeah, and it just seems like every time they get pushed back, they keep pushing forward and, striking back on Arizona's defense, which has been huge for them.
1 step forward, 2 steps back, and then 3 steps forward. Over the middle again, tipped, and that one's going to go back the other way. It's intercepted, taken down at about the 43-yard line. Arizona gets the turnover that they needed, and they can now work to get some separation between its Parker Thomas.
Yeah, and we talked about how Arizona's defense does really well on these 15 to 20-yard air throws, and they had an opportunity to get an interception about 3 or 4 plays earlier. This time, with about 3 defenders around the area, Eric Price, played the risky throw, and this time, a tip drill turns into a Parker Thomas interception, and this is what Arizona needed to kind of get back in this game as Denver was kind of just slowly seeping away their momentum.
Bar formation look on 1st down for AJ. Look for the Arizona to maybe go for a quick strike here. This will be a handoff. Moses, not happening. He's going to get taken down at the line of scrimmage, 2nd and 10. APM Music is unrivaled music to bring your stories to life, inspiring every production with the world's most robust and constantly refreshed music collection, state-of-the-art technology, and world-class customer service. APM Music is the official soundtrack of the Simulation Football League. To explore their library and to find the perfect tracks for your projects, visit apmmusic.com. Outside, Moses spins past 2. 1st down and more. What a run after catch to the 44-yard line. That is gorgeous.
And what I seem to find with these swing passes is that if you just sling it to your running back as quickly as you can, just on quickly after a drop, he's going to have the most opportunity to get as many yards as possible. And how often do you see a spin move that shakes the ankles off of 2 defenders? That is just amazing work from Moses to basically gain another 6 yards from just a simple spin move.
Yeah, very, very nice work and poor anticipation from the defenders as well, I would say. In the gun.
Oh, I would back up here.
Here we go. Exactly. They're gonna look to play some very tight man and some bump on the shotgun play. That's tipped and incomplete. They survive about it though, as Jackson can't really go deep. Very good coverage from Denver.
Yeah, and this seemed like what I said on the get-go, to be careful, maybe back things up, because this was a prime formation for them to go deep. But they went with short routes this time, maybe to try to second-guess that Denver defense. But Morales was all over it again, getting another pass deflection.
2 to the left, 1 to the right for Arizona. Jackson, single right formation. It's Moses back there. Quick drop back, a floater over the middle. That one's caught down to about the 32-yard line, and they'll give him the 32. As Arizona moves the chains once more, they're in field goal range at this point.
Yeah, and it looked like Arizona just played a picture-perfect play as they had 4 receivers open, as you'll see that play transpire, and eventually goes down to Will Todd, the tight end, to get the first down. New set of downs for Arizona, now in their prime position to do anything that they want, that they've done to get the 2 touchdowns they have in this game.
Another single right look for Jackson. First down. Throws it right side, caught. Trying to turn the corner is the receiver. And that is going to be a 7-yard. They'll give him 8. Connor Weston on the right sideline gets taken down.
Yeah, and I think right now for Arizona, they don't mind kind of just inching forward a little bit here, even though that was 8 yards. And 8 yards is a pretty big play for any team, essentially. But now they're well within Cliff Allen range, and they can extend the lead to 4 if they wanted to here.
They could probably cut the clock down a little bit, too, with a little bit of this guy. DJ Moses the second through the middle, and he's going to have a first down again. 4 more plays to get a first. They're inside the 20, back to the red zone. Go the Scorpions.
Yeah, that was just perfect blocking from the Scorpions' offensive line, and Moses was untouched going past. Just see everybody moving forward and pushing the defense back, basically right to the first down marker, giving Moses plenty of opportunity to cross that and get a couple yards more. And like you said, shed the clock a little bit here so that if they do score something out of this, Denver has a little bit more of an insurmountable chance to try to tie it up.
2 to the left, 1 to the right. Far look for the Scorpions. 4-2, the nickel on the Denver side. Moses doesn't care what it is. Spin, first down and more, down to the 5 to the 4. And it's first and goal for the Scorpions.
And this has been just fantastic blocking from Arizona to give plenty of space for Moses. You can see there was just a clear path that might have been a little bit serpentine near the end, but it was still an open path for DJ Moses, pushing it inside the 5. 3 chances here to get the end zone.
They could put some separation, make it an 8-point lead, potentially. Jackson's in the gun. Moses to her right. Has the football. Throws. No, she did get rid of it. But that is a big hit. Foraker comes up and lays the wood. It's second down.
Yeah, and Foraker has been a very, very quiet but effective linebacker for the Nightwing squad, coming in with 2 tackles for loss, and he's got a pick to his name already this season. He's been a big impact player for Denver, and they're going to need a lot of him on this goal line stand.
2 touchdowns, 20 for 26 is AJ at the moment. Just over 76%. Trying to cap off a great-looking drive. Tries to run. She's going to get taken down. 3rd and goal coming, and now Denver really has a chance to make a stand here.
Yeah, and that defensive line has been just working to pure efficiency. Both defenses working out really well. I know Eddie Gage on the sidelines is loving it for his defense, but absolutely hating it for the opposing team's defense.
Here we go. Biggest 3rd down of the game and arguably the West Division battle this season. Looking to throw. Over the middle. That one's caught. And that is an Arizona touchdown. They found the play they needed to get him in the open field, and they have themselves a score. It is perfectly done by Jay Hayden.
And that just seemed like a miscommunication on the air of Denver there, as they had essentially every other receiver covered, but there was that 4th option. Jay Hayden hasn't had many receptions so far this season, 12 coming into this and only 1 touchdown. Kind of the forgotten big option for Arizona, and it proves to pay for the Nightwings as Arizona will extend this lead possibly up to 8 here.
And they go for the extra point. That'll make it still a 1-possession ball game, but a 2-point conversion would be necessary as Allen's going to put that one through with no issue. So 21-13 game. Now Denver needs points. They could go for a field goal here, but they need to rely on their defense to at least get 1 more stop for them to have a shot at it.
Yeah, I think at this point for Denver, they've been playing a little bit pretty and starting to, inch their way forward. It's time to ditch that plan, go for the deep pass, try to see if Arizona can still top that on the far backside.
You know how you defeat a bunch of clowns, right?
How do we do that?
You go for the juggler, and that's exactly what they need to do here. through the middle. That's going to be returned to about the 27-yard line, and I'm waiting for the collective groans from chat as we'll get that here fairly shortly. 1st and 10 for Denver as they have the football moving left to right on your screen. They have their work cut out for them. It's not impossible, just I'd say improbable at this point.
Just give me 1 second. Dags, Mike Dags, can you fire this guy here? We're still trying to get through this joke. It was completely awful. I need him gone.
If Dags answered, I'd have lost it. That's a big sack. Arizona's defensive line makes Eric Price pay. It is Hunter Norwood who finds his target.
Yeah, basically forcing Denver's hand here. Hunter Norwood has been that all-elite defender throughout his career, getting 2 sacks already in this game here, and continue to climb up the ranking boards, 1 sack away from 3rd all-time.
3 to the right, 1 to the left. Play action. Price needs to get out of this area. Throws into the flats on the cross.
Oh,
Broken
wow.
tackle. Wow! 3 spins and nearly got the first down. That is making something out of nothing. Denver's O'Shaughnessy making a play.
That is exactly what it is, Curtis. Basically turning absolutely nothing. The play was completely broken, and O'Shaughnessy was the only option for Price to throw. On his off foot, gets into O'Shaughnessy, and it was all him throughout. Crossing the line, shedding tackles, spin moves, and makes it a 3rd and 1, which could have been a 3rd and 19.
Split back heavy set. They like to run with Mills out of this. They're going to give it to him again. And he is short of the 1st down. That's going to create a 4th and inches in decision time here for Denver.
Talk about an in-the-air tackle from D.D. Sachs. Ari Mills was jumping over one of his own offensive line mates, and then Sachs comes from out of nowhere, Dave Bautista style, to grab him and stop him behind the 1st down line.
They will punt. That's a big decision. Probably the right one, although the gambler in me wants to see that go. Punt upcoming. It'll be a left punt down or actually over the middle. It ended up being over the middle with the wind. That's going to be a return from Ryan Owens that goes nowhere. 1st and 10 for Arizona as they have a chance to milk this clock, bleed it down as much as it can go, and put Denver in a real impossible situation.
And this is Denver's opportunity here. They cannot allow Arizona to score any points, not a field goal, not a touchdown, because if it comes to that point, they probably would have shedded 2 or 3 minutes off this clock, and it probably makes it nigh impossible for them to come back.
Quads look in the gun. Jackson over the middle. That one's caught. 1st down and more. Shy of midfield to the 44-yard line. They'll say the 43. Either way, it's a 1st and 10.
Yeah, that's 4 inside slant routes. Some may say the outside players played maybe a bit of a post inside, but they were all slanting in, and it just seemed like, again, one minor miscommunication leaving someone open, and that was an easy 1st down.
2 to the left, 1 to the right. Jackson looks, quick drop back, throws into the flats, puts Moses in a spot, gets through 1, gets through 2, and tries to get through 4, and it didn't happen, but he does drag some defenders with 3rd and very short coming up here. Denver with another chance to get off the field.
Yeah, definitely dragging as many defenders as he can to just get any kind of yardage and make this a very manageable situation. Like you said, 1 yard.
This might be Mills. This might be Mills time. 3rd and 1. We'll see. Jackson, heavy set. It'll be, instead it's Moses. Has the 1st down, great block. And still going on the left-hand side. 1st and 10 down to the 34-yard line. What a run, and great blocking in front of DJ Moses.
Yeah, and it looks to be the DJ Moses show from here on out for Arizona, just relying on this 8-point lead. So those blockers have to be key, and they have to be ready. And you can see the big pancake that helped things out, number 65. That is the left tackle, Sean Crooked, coming in with a perfect pancake for Moses to get an extra 3 yards and get even closer and basically get into their territory that they like, inside the 40.
Good teams know how to win close games. Great teams know how to close out games when the opposition's trying to come back. That's what Arizona's trying to do right now. Heavy set, 1 left, 1 right. Single right formation, handoff through the middle. Moses is going to get taken down after a 4-yard run, 2nd and 6.
Yeah, and now it's shedding the clock time for Arizona, basically playing Denver's game up to this point, so that they can make it impossible for them to try to come back. Now, sub 3 minutes left in this game. Arizona's definitely chewing as much clock as they can.
They are indeed. Denver still has all 3 of its timeouts, but they are really up against it at this point. Heavy set look again. 4-3 on defense. Going to try to get to Moses as fast as possible. The whole stadium knows where this ball's going. Hand off. There it is. Through the middle. And that is going to be a 90-yard run. 3rd and 1 coming. As Moses has a chance now. I think he'll get the ball back one more time. He has a chance to get another first down and bleed that clock another minute gone.
And again, they're in Cliff Allen range, so they can extend this lead to 11.
Yeah.
But 11 has been a pretty bad luck number for a lot of teams this season. I could already think of a few teams, Atlanta coming back from 11 points against San Diego a little while back.
True. 2-minute warning, 120 seconds left. Eddie Gage on the sideline trying to get his team to a win. He'd love to see his team to get to 6-2, but we'll see. It is going to be a big 3rd down coming up with 2 minutes left. It's the SFL on YouTube presented by APM Music. Chris Curtis, Brett Solberg in the broadcast booth with you. Trying to bottle up this game is Arizona. Through the middle. First down. No, he didn't. He didn't get it. Oh, it's hard to believe he didn't get it. 4th and inches, and that sets up at least a field goal. It doesn't really change too much, but at the same point, it's a 3rd down stop.
Yeah, I have to agree with you, Curtis. That looked like a guaranteed first down, but then looking at it from just the perspective again, that didn't make it. And it looks like Arizona's looking to make Denver jump here.
Yeah, they did!
Wow!
Oh, killer! DJ Moses is going to get the first down regardless, and it'll decline the penalty. But man, oh man, the jump on the defensive line killed it anyway.
Man, that could have been a game-killing penalty here for Denver, as Arizona will get the yards. They'll probably decline because they got more than 5 yards, which they will. And yeah, Arizona's got to be like on cloud 9 after that whole that transpired, getting the penalty and still getting more yards than they intended,
and making Denver use a timeout.
That's a big thing too. Yeah.
So now with 2 timeouts left, they don't have much of a shot now. I formation look as Arizona continues to try to bleed it down. Heavy set. 4-3 on defense. This looks like another run, and it is. Through the middle. Moses gets taken down from behind and ends up getting 2 more yards. This weekend on Next Level Sports, coverage of the Simulation Football League continues tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. Eastern in the South, with the Houston Headhunters squaring off against the Lone Star Glory in the Battle of Texas. At 8:45 Eastern, Los Angeles Lycans and Portland Fleet meet in the Pacific Division Clash on Sunday. Live look-ins will feature Atlanta, Fort Worth, and Canton, Motor City. For a channel guide, more info about NXT, visit nlse.com. Through the middle. Spin, and a couple more yards added on. 3rd and 5, and that's Denver's last timeout.
Yeah, and that was a key stop there, making it 3rd and 5, and now they really have to work for it on this 3rd down. They're inside the 20 again, well within Cliff Allen range at this point. He can make these field goals in his sleep with this only being a 29-yarder. But again, if Denver can make one stop and even make it like a tackle for loss, that'll be huge for them.
We got a 4-3 defensive look and an obvious running formation. They will not get him.
Wow.
That's a spin move and a touchdown. Unreal from DJ Moses, capping on the drive of the game for the Arizona Scorpions.
And it was all DJ Moses, and he could take the team on his back if he needs to. You don't have to think that Ashley Jackson's going to get you those big gains every time. But if you need yardage, DJ Moses is going to get that for you. Surpassing 100 yards on this drive, getting down to 121, gets his lone touchdown of the contest here. But that is the biggest one because that ices it for Arizona, and they're going to push themselves to 6-2 heading to their bye week.
That's a great number to be at. They're going to be celebrating down in the desert for sure, capping off a 10-play, 93-yard drive with a Cliff Allen extra point, and that puts it I'd say darn near out of reach at this point. 28-13. It's essentially a touchdown and an extra point, touchdown and a 2-point conversion.
Yeah, they basically need to have that one go-to play that's going to get probably, I would say your fastest player would probably be Riley Quintero. Get him open and try to get like an 80-yard touchdown right away. None of these, fine plays. Just one play, get it done.
Bryce Battle maybe has an argument for that with one of the fastest players. He'll try to do something with the return here. Out to the 20, right at the 20 to the 25 to the 30. His best return of the day gets him to the 29-yard line, but it's not going to be enough to get them points. Now Eric Price, again, the task in front of him, score and score yesterday.
Yeah, and as much as efficient as he's been throughout this game, he's only got 215 yards. I told you from the beginning, he needs 275 plus to make this Arizona team pay. And right now, he needs to show his cojones here.
Yep, he needs it right now from the 28-yard line. Throws, that's too short. That's not going to work. 7-yard completion gets into 2nd and 3, and they run the no huddle with no timeouts.
Yeah, this formation ain't bad though with the trips to the left.
Might be able to work something out to the outside, get it to O'Shaughnessy in the open field, spin past one, get the first down. Here we go again.
They need to look for a deep pass though. They can't have these little piddly 5-yard plays.
Nickel and diamond down the field is not going to get it done. 4 on the line defensively. Pump fake, throwing on a sidearm. That's a one-handed lunging grab that gets them the first down. They're at midfield and no further than that.
Yeah, and they don't have any timeouts, so they're going to have to stay in this formation until they get out of bounds.
Throwing again is Price. To the outside, O'Shaughnessy. There's a flag on the play that'll stop the clock at least. We'll see where the flag goes.
I think that's an offensive holding call, which will stop the clock, but it's going to push them further back.
Yeah, it'll actually also, I believe, create a runoff, if I'm not mistaken. That is indeed a hold. So that'll cut down more time off the clock, and it will put them back a little bit.
Yeah, Bismarck Bizquick with the hold there, and it couldn't have come on a worse time either. They looked like they were starting to roll a little bit here. I didn't like really the play sets that Denver was really choosing from. I think the deep pass is definitely necessary now with, I believe it's under a minute left in this clock.
Yeah, they need something. They need it in a hurry. Gun straight look. This is exactly what the doctor ordered here. Now they got to make it count. Looking to throw it. Over the middle. That is caught. Good post route. He gets them deeper into Arizona territory, but they need the end zone.
Yeah, they got to hurry up here.
Not much time to go. I believe they're going to try to spike this ball, and they will. So clock play to stop the clock and let the seconds stop going, getting closer and closer to zero, as a 15-yard deficit looms very large as Eric Price tries to bring his team down the field.
Yeah, and with time, time ticking down very quickly here, they're going to need a quick strike. I think this is the play that they need to get to the end zone.
They're going to try it. Another gun straight look. This time they line up the 3 on the left side. See where they go. Over the top. Need it. Call. No. Big hit. Takes that away. What a massive collision. Great timing. And a second down incomplete pass.
And if you need that person that's going to make the key stops, you go to your veterans. Eddie Gage, the man to break up the catch and cause that incompletion. That could have been a big catch for Denver that could have gotten closer to the end zone.
The man's play right there. Knows the contact's coming and he looks for it. Eddie Gage out there doing yeoman's work. 3 at the bottom, 1 at the top of your screen. Price, right side. That one's caught towards the 10 to the 7-yard line. To the 8, I should say, is what they'll give him. Now it's a chance for Denver. They got to get closer, and they got to clock it again. And they finally will. So now with what is in the teens as far as time left, they need to get a touchdown probably on this play. Onside kick and a miracle.
Yeah, at this point, if they even get this playoff, it's probably going to shut off 4 or 5 seconds. And even after the onside kick, maybe we'll leave them 8 seconds, 7-8 seconds. So they're going to need a miracle at this point.
So here we go. See if they can get it. 3 to the right, 1 in the backfield. Needs a touchdown. Right side. Got to get the pylon right now. Not going to happen. Does step out of bounds, and they will stop the clock for that. But it may be too little too late regardless.
Yeah, I think that seals the deal here for Denver. They had this one chance here, but With 13 seconds left, it's going to leave, even if everything lines up, less than 5 seconds left to really get anything. And that's essentially just one play.
We've seen a lot of things in the SFL. I don't think we've seen much of that. This will be a pass again for Price. Needs the end zone if they have any prayer, and it doesn't happen. That's going to be a ball that hits the turf. Arizona is going to get a win out of this. Clock stops, so they'll get another chance at pay dirt here. But Arizona will get to 6-2 without any further delay, I do believe, and a 3-5 Denver Nightwings squad, as that West Division seems to have ironed out who is the top of the cloth and who's down towards the bottom.
Yeah, and that'll give a 3-game winning streak for Arizona as well. And like I said, that brings them to the upper echelon of elite teams here in the SFL.
As they deserve to be. Over the top again. That one's picked off by Arizona to cook it a little bit further.
It's Eddie Gage again. He sealed the deal last week against Lone Star, and this week he gets another interception to seal things once again. It just seems like he's right man, right place, right time for those icing on the cakes for Arizona here, and that definitely helps things out for both him statistically and record-wise for the Scorpions.
That is Eddie Gage type football, is what that is. That's about as good as it can get. And we will have a kneel down here to end this football game. So Arizona comes out on top. They're going to go back to the desert and watch it home next week in week number 10 with a bye week on the horizon. 28-13 over the Denver Nightwings in a West Division clash. Brett Solberg, give me your thoughts on a game that looked to be in question until it didn't.
Yeah, and that was a complete defensive shutdown from Arizona in the second half. And believe this, no points scored for Denver in the second half. Basically just eliminating any possibility. We saw this be 14-13 at one point, and we saw 2 more touchdowns, but they were both on Arizona's side. So give credit to the defense of Arizona stifling Denver throughout the entirety of the second half. And if we look at the stats on the second half alone through this game, and we'll probably see it here, 149 yards in the fourth quarter. That basically spelled doom for Denver, as they had this game relatively in check and within range, but after allowing 80 rushing yards and most of that going to DJ Moses in that fourth quarter, that was it for them. So they're going to both head into this bye week here and look on to week 11, and Denver's going to have a tough matchup against Houston, whereas Arizona is going to be at home against the Florida Storm.
Very good weeks coming up here, as the Florida team's nothing to shake a stick about either. So that's going to be a tough matchup regardless of how you slice it. But a good win nonetheless for Arizona. They get where they need to go. They're a step closer to at least clinching a playoff spot, which they may not be in range of doing so just yet, but it's close. As we take a look at our player of the game, and Ashley Jackson definitely deserved 3 touchdowns through the day, 133.5 rating. Jeez, great day for Ashley Jackson, the quarterback of the Arizona Scorpions. So that is it, and that is all from Richard L. Snowden Stadium. Scorpions win, the Scorpions win, and we'll see you for more Week 9 action later this weekend. For Brett Solberg and the rest of the crew, Chris Curtis saying goodbye and good night from Mile High.
Bidoo.